chapter 15, I'm going to start at verse 13. It says, and he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thou seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years.
Right, so that's clear that that's not talking about America. That's talking about Egypt, man. All right, go ahead.
Verse 14. And also the nations whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterwards shall they come out with great substance.
Right, so we read earlier, what was that, Exodus 12? Where it talks about coming out with great substance. When we came out of Egypt on the night of the Passover and took all their jewelry, everything we wanted from off them, you know? And everything out their house too as well, whatever we wanted. But in this time, in this Egypt, we're not leaving with anything but the Spirit. The Spirit's going to be put into a new body. Right? You're going to be translated into a new body, just like Enoch was. Right? Translated into the heavens. So you're not coming out of here with anything. Get that word for substance, brothers? And it doesn't. We're coming out of here with the wisdom, with the Spirit. That's it.
Come on. All right. This is 87399. Requash. Rakawash. All right. It says property, goods, possessions.
So it says property. We took the property from the Egyptians. They're goods. Go ahead. So we're not coming out of America with any property or any goods. Go ahead.
General term for all movable goods.
A general term for all movable goods, man, meaning items. Go ahead.
Of livestock, of stores.
And scriptures say clearly that the Spirit is as the wind. So that's not a physical object. Go ahead.
Utensils and etc.
Utensils and etc. Things to eat with. Right? Big guy from HOI. It can't be America. Oh, I said food. It got utensils, food. Big guy. Got to do it.
That was it.
That's it. So when we leave out of America, we're leaving out with the Spirit. You know, everything's spiritual. But leaving out at the old Egypt, we left out with great substance, physical substance. We're leaving out of this Egypt with spiritual substance. All right, and that's not what it was talking about in Genesis 15. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 15. It says, and thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace, and thou shalt be buried in a good old age.
Right. We read the proof of that earlier in the scriptures as well, of how the Lord kept His promise to Abraham that he was going to die in a good old full age. All right, go ahead.
But in the fourth generation, they should come hither again for the iniquities of the Amorites, and Amorites is not yet full.
So the prophecy of the Amorites didn't happen yet. All right, so that was the key sign to look for Genesis 15, the prophecy of the Amorites. Now, when we came out of Egypt and went over the River Jordan, the one that took over after that, his name was Joshua, an Ephraimite. Now, from that point, that's when you get, and you have Caleb as well. And that's when you have the prophecy of the Canaanites, the Amorites, going up under in bondage and servitude to the children of Israel. All right, so that happened about 3 or 4 generations later. Just like all the way up to the time of Abraham, from the time of Abraham to the time of Levi was 3 generations. All right, and from the time of our bondage in Egypt was all the way up to shit right here, man. Damn Amorites. There you go. Can you get that? Exodus 33 and 1.
This is Exodus 33 verse 1.
Right.
And the Most High said unto Moses, depart and go up hence, thou and the people which thou hast brought up out of the land of Egypt.
Right. So this is when he literally brought us out of Egypt to where that prophecy was about to play out, according to Amos, Genesis 15, right? We're talking about the Amorites. That damn Amorite word stumbling me, but
unto the land which I swear unto Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob.
See, now he went back to Abraham. So this is where the prophecy played out of the promise he made to Abraham in Genesis 15. All right, go ahead.
saying, unto thy seed will I give it.
Right, he gave us the land flowing with milk and honey, riches and wealth and health. And that's talking about over there what's called the land of Canaan. All right, but now, today, he's going to literally give us that land. All that land going to be burned up. The land of Israel, Jerusalem. All that land is going to be burned up. But he's going to give it back to us someday. All right? Go ahead up.
And I will send an angel before thee,
I don't care about that, man.
and I will drive out the Canaanites, the Amorites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites.
Oh, so it said who's going to drive out who out? One more time.
I will drive out the Canaanite, the Amorite,
The Amorites,
and the Hittite,
and the Hittites,
and the Perizzite,
the Perizzite,
the Hivite, and the Jebusite.
Yep, that was already 3.
Verse 3.
Yep.
Into a land flowing with milk and honey. For I will not go up in the midst of thee, for thou art a stiff-necked people, lest I consume thee in the way.
That's right, man. So the Lord killed some of our people at that moment, and he allowed some to go into the land. All right? Exodus, 12:40. Yeah, 12:40. I was like, oh, I know I had enough scripture. Exodus 7:39.
Start from 39.
Okay.
This is Exodus 12 and 39.
Yep.
And they baked unleavened cakes.
Oh, it's 12:40.
All right.
No, start from 39. Start from 39.
All right, this is Exodus 12 and 39. It says, and they baked unleavened cakes of the dough which they brought forth out of Egypt, for it was not leavened because...
See, that's the focus. We came up out of Egypt. All right, go ahead.
Because they were thrust out of Egypt.
Right, go ahead.
And could not tarry, neither had they prepared for themselves any victuals.
That's right.
It says, now the sojourning of the children of Israel who dwelt in Egypt was 430 years.
Oh, there go your cut. There go your cut. That's the final cut.
Correct.
He said what? 430 years. That's about 435 years, man. That our people, we was in Egypt back then during that time, you know. That goes hand in hand with Genesis chapter 15. Go ahead, brother.
And it came to pass at the end of 430 years, even the self-same day, it came to pass that all the hosts of the Lord went out from the land of Egypt. It is a night to be much observed unto the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai for the bringing them out from the land of Egypt. This is the night of the Lord to be observed of all the children of Israel in their generations.
That's right, man. But hey, man, the prophecy was acted out and lived out during the times of Moses, Joshua, and Caleb, when he gave the Canaanites into our hand, man, and even the Amorites. So that happened already, man, all the way from Abraham all the way up to that time. Now you have the prophecy of the final Egypt, to where we went into this Egypt separately. The northern kingdom was already here. We came over on slave ships. The first Egypt we went in together, came out divided sort of spiritually, you know? And now we went into this Egypt separately, and now we're coming out together. All right? And the prophecy was acted out during the time of Joshua, Caleb, where they took over the land of the Amorites. All right, anybody got any more precepts? All right, so with that, man, we're going to say shalom.
Shalom.